Hello friends and welcome to another Pauper stream. We're going to be playing the Orzhov Pestilence deck again today. I didn't make any changes from the deck that we played Tuesday. I really enjoyed the last league we played, and I want to try and recapture that experience. Not great. I'm not a big fan of this hand at all. I'll moon them all. This hand's fine. Not too sure what to get rid of. I think probably the Castigate. I really want to keep everything else. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're playing against Burn. Read the Bones isn't looking as good as it was a little while ago. Let's go ahead and play another tap land and pass. Gain another life. And look at that. Turn 2 Goblin Guide. Probably just want to Chainer's Edict that creature. Would be really nice if I could play this Pristine Talisman into the Chainer's Edict, but no such luck. And we'll be saving ourselves more in the way of damage, getting that Lava Runner off the table right now, as opposed to putting the Pristine Talisman down, gaining 1 life with the Talisman, but losing 2 life from the Lava Runner. Another Rift Bolt. They still have 3 cards in hand. We're at 10 effectively. 11 because of the Pristine Talisman. Okay, they're just passing with 4 cards in hand. Just a little bit strange. Well, they're probably just all instants, right? Or they could have a bunch of Searing Blaze in hand. So yeah, if they have a bunch of Searing Blaze, they're going to be out of luck. Of course, we're gaining a life every turn. And we'll return one of these Scoured Barrens to hand, so that we can gain more life with that as well. Now, while we are, oh, a Needle Drop, they probably had a couple of those stuck in hand. Makes sense. While we are gaining like a little bit of life incidentally here and there, we don't currently have any way to pressure the opponent's life total. Okay, and that's going to cancel out this Pristine Talisman from here on out. Oh, here we go. Another Pristine Talisman is a good thing. Hit him with a Duress. Get one of these lightning bolts. Very nice. They should have definitely cast both of those in my face in response to my Duress. Pestilence, not really very good. Got a bunch of cards here that we're going to be taking out the matchup, just rotting in our hand. Oh, another one. Brutal. Okay. Gain a life. I guess we'll just discard Pestilence. Here we go. I don't think lightning's going to strike twice this time. Searing Blaze. Don't really want to cast anything else in the hand. I guess we could put out the Crypt Rats, but then we don't have access to cast down. Well, the cast down is too important here. But if we don't put the Crypt Rats down, then they don't have target for another Searing Blaze. So I guess we'll just pass. Same target. Oh, that was actually a mistake, because now they can pay again and hit us again. Oops. That punt is probably going to cost me the game. I just let them have an extra 3 damage. And my 2 life here is going to put me up to 3. So I'm a lightning bolt away from death now. Oh, Radiant Fountain was a really good draw. Another Guardian. I can cast that, right? Rid of the Night's Whisper, don't intend on casting that. And cycle the Suffocating Fumes, gain 2 life. Pestilence, not interested. We draw another card. Palace Sentinels. It gives them an extra card to be able to play if I play Palace Sentinels. It allows them to play the Searing Blaze. So if I keep this in hand, they can't Searing Blaze me. Okay, we won game 1. Ooh, that's hard to do versus Burn. Okay. Get rid of all these Pestilence, get rid of Crypt Rats, get rid of Read the Bones, and Night's Whisper. Bring in double Duress, French Mind, double Castigate, double Lone Missionary, double Cop Red. We could bring in Disenchant and Seal of Cleansing to get rid of the enchantment. And I think we can also take out a little bit of removal. Take out the Unmake. Take out Suffocating Fumes. Take out one of the Edicts. Bring in Disenchant. Okay, so that changes the composition of the deck quite a bit. We shouldn't have nearly as many dead draws this game. We still got a minute and a half here. Let's take a little look at the sideboard and make sure I don't want to do any other changes. I mean, Relic is basically just a cantrip here. Hey there, Blind. How's it going today? It's going all right. Managed to steal game 1 versus Burn thanks to Pristine Talisman. And this hand looks amazing. Gonna be able to turn 1 Duress and get a Circle of Protection red going pretty quickly. We also have a Pristine Talisman. Kind of interested in getting rid of one of these Curse of the Pierced Heart. Don't like the double Keldon Marauders either, but these curses over the course of the game can do so much damage. And I also think Curse is going to be one of the best cards against Circle of Protection red. Seeing how it's doing 1 damage every turn, it would be soaking up a mana every turn to prevent 1 damage instead of preventing 3. Oh, we are getting so lucky with them missing on lands turn after turn. We're able to set up this cop red. Opponent might concede to this, and they do. Oh, this hand looks fine. Oh, that's not really the place you want to be. Sorry to hear that. Are you playing walls? Or are you doing something different? This might be the mirror match. That would be abysmal. But if it is, we have the Unmake ready for their Guardian. I'm going to Bojuka Bog, so I have 3 mana ready on turn 3. Okay. You doing the, I think it is the mirror match. Brown, are you doing the same list as the one that you gave me a while ago? You still doing the transformative sideboard, is what I mean? Okay, so this is the mirror. They got a Bonder's Ornament first, is pretty strong for them. We just throw this Guardian of the Guildpact down. It's going to be weak to Chainer's Edict. But, I mean, what else are we going to be doing? We've got nothing else going on in our hand. Okay, so they have Knight's Whisper to start. Do they draw the Edict? They could also land Unmake. And there are 2 or 3 builds of the Pestilence deck. I don't know that they're necessarily on the same build as us. Okay, I guess we play the Sentinels then. They have no creatures out, so we can keep the Monarch for a while. And with all of our removal, we should be able to hold on to the Monarch for a long time. So we get to hold on to the Monarch for another couple turns at least. That's pretty good for us. Even if we don't necessarily have anything to do, we're drawing extra cards. Making land drops. If they want to draw extra cards, they have to pay. Oh, nice. The Bonder's Ornament is a super good draw here. Means the opponent's not going to be getting draws out of their Bonder's Ornaments. They're going to have to pay to make both of us draw. They were going to do this. They should have done it when my Bonder's Ornament was on the stack. I mean, I'm going to have to discard a card to hand size, so what? Discard a Disfigure. Okay, so there's not really much else I can do here. I mean, I could Night's Whisper. Have I played a land this turn? I haven't played a land. Maybe I should Night's Whisper, try and find a land. I miss. Too bad. I'm gonna have to discard a bunch of cards. Okay. I only have 3 mana, so I can't put the Guardian down. We're just gonna have to move to discard and discard 2 cards. Maybe even more if they make us draw with Bonder's Ornament. Maybe they're trying to mill us. Just discard our targeted removal. Okay, so they have the Chainer's Edict ready to go to kill the Guardian of the Guildpact. So we're going to return the Bojuka Bog. And we won't put the Guardian down until we get rid of that sorcery on the opponent's side. So we don't actually have much to do this turn either. Okay, so we are still fairly close together on cards in library. There's going to be quite a few turns left over. Can I get 2 Guardians down? They're doing stuff. What do they got? Alright, gonna be killing one of those. Gonna be killing 2 of those. So I can unmake one. Then I can Chainer's Edict the other. That was a bit of a mistake. I was supposed to play the Chainer's Edict before the Bojuka Bog. I don't expect they have a way to return it, but if they're playing one of the other versions of the deck, they absolutely could. So that was a mistake. Hey, this mirror match is kind of abysmal. Don't need the Night's Whisper. Don't need to be drawing more cards. So do I want to play the Pestilence into a potential removal spell? If they have a way to get rid of the Guardian, another Chainer's Edict, or an Unmake, then the Pestilence just kind of like rots and I don't get anything out of it. On the other hand, if I do get the Pestilence down this turn and it sticks around for a turn, then I really need to be killing the opponent. I need to be doing damage. They have 10 cards in hand? Get rid of my other Guardian of the Guildpact. Oh, they do have another Chainer's Edict. I'm going to lose my Pestilence as well. So many cards. Got that right, Bird of Paradise. Usually I'm one who actually enjoys a mirror match, but this one's a bit of an exception. This is one weird game. I don't even really know what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I'm going to die because I have the Monarch, and I'm just going to draw out of cards. So they have a pair of Crypt Rats in hand and another Chainer's Edict, as well as a Pestilence. Get rid of those Chainer's Edicts anyway. Gotta discard so many cards. Discard this one too. Too eager. Thought I had to discard more cards than that. $11 left in the library. I think we're pretty toast, actually. I think you're right about that, Crown. I really enjoy taking new decks out for a spin. I'll play them in leagues, no regrets. But if you're going to be entering into a challenge, into any tournament that you really respect, then I would expect you to bring your A game. And in order to do your best, you need to be very familiar with your deck. Okay, so we're actually at a lower life total than the opponent. Our Pristine Talismans aren't going to gain us enough life so that we can Pestilence the opponent out. So we're dead to the amount of draws that we're going to be getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was game 1. It was a brutal grind. Yeah, I did. Thanks for noticing, Blind. To be honest, it took me a little bit of research. Hey, Crown. We lost last game because we had the Monarch. That's why I'm cutting it. We got milled out because we were drawing more cards than the opponent. I think that's the 3rd or maybe 4th time that's happened to me since I started playing Pauper that I got milled out because I was the Monarch. Now this is my first time playing the mirror match, so I am learning quite a bit from this. Pretty sure that our opponent has played their deck a time or two before. I will keep this. Yeah, I know what you mean, Crown. You would expect it to be just the absolute best thing, and generally it is. But every once in a while, there'll be a few corner cases where being the Monarch loses. Okay, they get their Relic out. That's right, handsome. Ah, this is a pretty good reason to have played the Bonder's Ornament last turn. Yep, and that's what they take. Bojuka Bog for no value. Oh, Dust to Dust. Well, I could only get one target with it. And it says exile 2 target artifacts, so I would probably end up hitting my own Pristine Talisman if I tried casting that. Not that I have double white. start the 1/1 beatdown. Or, you know, give them a target for their cast down. Either one. Okay, Guardian of the Guildpact. That changes things a little bit. Opponent's lands have been like card draw spells. Take 5. Another Relic of Progenitus. Okay. My graveyard is not safe. And that's one of the problems that Pauper Zombies has in this format. Is that the graveyard is not safe. Don't have the double white for Dust to Dust. And with our clock being so low here, we're really going to have to start using our skips. Oh, they take the Dust to Dust. Bye-bye. Probably have the Chainer's Edict here. Ornament would have been pretty good. Are they going to crack one of their relics? Cantrip. Doesn't seem like either of us are doing too much. The Fragmentize. Dash Hopes is a common, yes. I've definitely seen people play that spell, and I have happily paid 5 life to have my spell resolve. Read the bones. Bottom, bottom. You want life? We got so many life. We got the most life. Seal of Cleansing is a pretty good hit. They should go ahead and activate the Bonder's Ornament while this is on the stack. And now this can just sit here until the next time they try and activate this. I could just hit it now, then I wouldn't have to play around. Bonder's Ornament of her own. Okay, so they finally crack one of their relics, and they castigate. Maybe take the Pestilence at this point, because everything else just answers their Guardian. Pestilence is the only thing that's not like the other. I think we've managed to catch up on time somewhat. But now they're going to be tapping mana to draw cards with Bonder's Ornament. We're going to be taking a bit of time on our turns. You know they have an Edict. I think they haven't. I don't think they've used it. So the Walls deck grinds really well with their Cascade spells and their draw spells. They have Winding Way and Lead the Stampede, so they're able to reload quite often. Ooh, they had tested us as well. We're playing the same list. I might be playing their list. Okay, so they're at 21. That's way too much for a Pestilence to do by itself. We play the Guardian of the Guildpact. It dies to their Edict. What an awful place to be in. What else can we do? Not too much. We draw a card with Relic. Ooh, now they have the Bonder's Ornament. We have the double Relic. Maybe. Let's try it. We have so little time left on our clock, it's probably not going to work, but we can go for it. Opponent also has more cards in their deck than we do, so if they suss out what we're doing, then they can beat us that way too. Okay, so the way things are right now, we mill out before our opponent does. So we have to put on pressure. They can just Pestilence for 1 here. Do it on the end step, I guess. Alright, opponent gets to keep Pestilence around, but if they want to use Pestilence to lower their own life total, that's fine. Okay, now they've started drawing again. So they have fewer cards in their library. Just all Guardians and another Pestilence. Get rid of one of those Guardians. Turn 26, that's too many turns. So many turns in this game of Magic. I've already been skipping a few. Haven't really been gaining life with the Pristine Talismans. They're able to gain 2 life a turn now. Oh, and they get another 2 life. Jeez. It's going to take a while to kill them with these creatures. We really need a Pestilence here. Ooh, Disenchant. What can we hit with that? We get rid of one of these Pristine Talismans. Keep them from gaining the life. Oh, Pestilence was an excellent draw. They only have 11 cards left in their library. 10 cards left for them. Nine cards. They take the Palace Sentinels. I didn't want to cast that one anyway. The clock is going to win this, yeah. Oops. Wasn't supposed to spend the time on that Bonder's Ornament. Was just supposed to do the Pestilence thing. Yeah, that was a waste of time casting the Ornament. I can't really go low and fast with this deck, unfortunately. We're just going to have to play very, very quickly. I don't know that there's enough time for either of us to win a game here. So it looks like it's going to be like play land, pass until one of our clocks runs out. A little bit garbage, but okay, here we go. 2 minutes behind. That's a mull. That's a mull. That's a keep. Get rid of... Ugh. Probably by Guardian there. Nice, get their Bonder's Ornament. It's pretty good. Yeah, sorry about that. Um, you're right. I haven't really been providing good entertainment. I've been trying to do this as quickly as possible, and you're just here like click, click, click. Fragmentize on the Bonder's Ornament. I didn't even draw in response because I just hitting 6. This is some, yeah. This is pretty abysmal. I mean, I could just concede here and go to the next match, right? Like, this is my Spike personality just trying to play to the tiniest, you know, possibility of winning here, but considering what my clock is, the opponent knows what I'm doing. They can do the exact same thing. And when they Relic of Progenitus, you know, I have to like a card every time. Although I am caught up by almost a minute now. That's a good question. I probably can. Oh man, the sequencing there is so bad. I feel so bad about that. Just the worst. And that cost a bunch of time to do it too, so GG. Save targets. Always yield. Oops. Turn off auto yields. Ooh, that was close. I gotta do just infinite damage too. Like, this thing's not going to attack to win. But maybe with Pestilence. Too bad I haven't been gaining life every turn. Haven't had the time. Oh man, it didn't save the targets because I turned off the auto yield thing. Dang it. Oh well. All these cards black. Okay, so we got 30 seconds left on the clock. About to give the opponent the GG, and thanks for the games. We did learn a lot about the mirror here, and I think that if we had enough time, we would have won this one. But yeah, this was a good time. Okay, Barrens into Basilica. We have the Talisman. This hand looks fine. We're on the play, right? Okay, we can keep this. I think wasn't Vayne Lee the first opponent we played against in this league? Yes, they were. And they were playing Burn. Okay, well, Pristine Talismans seem great here. Yep, Guardian is pretty good. In general, their Searing Blaze is going to be a dead card. I was really hoping for an untapped land there, so we could Pristine Talisman. I'm also interested in casting Disfigure twice to kill this Alchemist, but for now we're just going to have to gain a life and pass. So if we get untapped land off the top here, I'm thinking Bonder's Ornament into double Disfigure Thermo Alchemist. Jeez, look at how much damage that Alchemist has done already. It's like, what, 3 damage? Wow. Turn off auto yields. Cast down, okay. So we can cast down the Alchemist. We're gonna do that. And Curse of the Pierced Heart. Oh yeah, the Thermo Alchemist does the most work. Best card in the deck. Chainer's Edict isn't really getting me anywhere. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to Pristine Talisman here. Start gaining life to counteract the Curse of the Pierced Heart. And then, yeah, just turn after turn, deploy Talisman after Talisman is my plan. Since we got the Thermal Alchemist off the board, their only source of repeating damage is the Curse of the Pierced Heart. So 2 or 3 Talismans is going to counteract that pretty well. I learned an important lesson about Chain Lightning today. Got over-eager and tried to put a... Oops. Tried to throw a Chain Lightning back in the face of my burn opponent, and they just cast it right back at me. I forgot that it, just keeps on chaining, chaining, chaining. Yeah, they threw it back, exactly. So I just gave them 3 free damage. Here's a free spell for you. Okay, opponent concedes to our 3 Pristine Talismans, and we get through game number 1. Like I was saying a moment ago, games 2 and 3 are way better for us. We get Cop Red, we get 2 Disenchants, we gotta go our full discard spells, and we take out 1 more card. What was it? Read the Bones. Perfect. Oh, that's funny. Obviously the Core Man goes in. Why didn't I click that already? Okay, we gotta take out a couple more cards. Could probably take out a little bit of removal. Take out a Disfigure and maybe the Unmake. Okay, we'll take out a Castigate and a Disfigure. Disfigure doesn't hit very many cards in the opponent's deck. It only hits the pseudo Goblin Guide, unless they bring in the Archer. So we'll take out one of those and one of these. There's no more life loss cards in the deck. That's the most important thing. And all the cards in the sideboard look like they're where they're supposed to be. All right. Glad that you like it. That's what it's there for. This hand is good enough to keep. It's not great, but it's good enough. Oh, the Duress off the top is so good. Interesting hand here. Smash doesn't hit anything yet, but it's definitely one of their better cards against us. Or I could get the Skewer, which is going to do 3. I mean, Smash is going to do 3 too, and I'm going to save one of my artifacts this way. Oh, okay. Oh my god, really? Opponent is going deep here. Sacrifice their mountains to Fire Blast, Needle Drop, Skewer. And now they have no lands. I guess they still have a mountain in hand, I think. Okay. That was bold. You think his mind should get wrenched? I'm with you on that one. That sounds pretty fun. I could wrench a mind. Ooh, I could wrench a mind and still play Cop Red. That should get them to scoop. Okay, let's see if we get the scoop. Nope. Opponent is committed. After making that Fire Blast play, you can't just walk away from that. Flaring Pain. Card from Torment. Damage can't be prevented this turn, and it has flashback. Very important card for Burn to play. It's how they get through the Cop Red. Oh, you hold the mouse wheel down. Yeah, I'll find that with Modo, um, there's a lot of aspects to it that aren't easy to find at first. What do we got here? Double Swamp, Knight's Whisper, Bonder's Ornament, and we're on the draw? Opponent mulliganed. Yeah, I keep this. Cinder DX. Sounds familiar. I imagine after playing League so consistently at this time on these days, we're generally going to be finding a lot of the same opponents who do something similar to us. Play League at the same time every day. Or on set dates. Like Satan Raken. We come up against them at least, or usually once a week. Handsome loss to click through on attack? Yeah, that is a thing that can happen. Thriving Isle Green, is this Tron? Are we fighting against Tron? I think that's a really bad thing if we are. I can't recall how the matchup goes. I haven't actually played it yet. I think I remember hearing something about it, but in any event. Oh, the Duress is a turn too late. I want to do the Night's Whisper here, but if I do that, I'm going to have to discard. I guess I'll just Duress. Nice. Take their Bonder's Ornament. That was a great Duress. Land. Nice. I guess we play our own Bonder's Ornament pass. Okay, that's all the cards we knew about. I think we just Night's Whisper to start. Then we probably Castigate. Okay, so we get to exile one of these cards. Not too interested in getting rid of the Moment's Peace. Let's get rid of this Flicker forever. And we'll keep the Bojuka Bog if we can maybe get that Moment's Peace later. Bojuka Bog is pretty useful in the Tron matchup. The big problem is that our opponent is going to have just a ton of mana, whereas we will not. I kind of want to put this Bojuka Bog down. I want the extra swamps for the Pestilence. Okay, that's a secondary tower. So they don't have all the mana yet. They do still have 2 unknowns. We probably will. I think I want to get the Pestilence down now so we can start clocking. Nice, it resolves. Yes! We win game 1 versus Tron. Okay. So what are we gonna do? Yeah, right? Playing Tron in leagues? Get out of here. Bring in Dust to Dust. Bring in Seal of Cleansing, Disenchant. Can bring in Castigate. Bring in the extra Duress. And take out the Unmake and Suffocating Fumes. Probably take out some of the Disfigure. I don't think that they're playing with little dorks. Pretty sure that Tron usually plays with like what's that 1/3 that does Sleight of Hand? Ah, Quell Speller, Como, hello. Glad that you were able to make it to the stream today. Playing against Tron, and we're looking to cut 2 more cards from our main. Hey, it's all good. I can be a very quiet person myself. Okay. Taking out a Pristine Talisman and a Chainer's Edict because we need to take 2 cards out. Or maybe I should be playing at 61 cards so that I don't get milled out. Okay, so we have to mulligan this, obviously. This is keepable. I think we'll get rid of... I mean, we can't cast the Castigates, but they're definitely one of the better cards in hand. I'm almost into getting rid of the cast down. Oh yeah, Pauper on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is our second day with the Pest deck. Having quite a bit of fun with it. Okay, that's our white mana, so we can cast Castigate. So we get to choose between holding up the Castigate or just go ahead and play Duress this turn. If we Duress this turn, we can't Castigate next turn. Yeah, the Black Cauldron is a deck that I've heard a lot of people enjoyed. Okay, so I think we play the Scoured Barrens here so we can Castigate next turn. It gives them the most chances to draw Bonder's Ornament, so we can take it out of their hand. If we had access to an untapped white source, it would be so much easier. Obviously, we would Duress into Castigate, but since we can only cast one of them, that's just the way it has to be. Nice. We get Bonder's Ornament again. Okay, there's the Cave of Temptation, so they have access to Prohibit now. Oh, the horror is Dinrova. It's one of the old cards that Tron used to use. It's out of favor now, but still quite powerful. So I'm thinking Castigate. No, we probably go Duress. Yeah, there goes the Prohibit. And then we Duress. Take the Mystical Teachings. And Bojuka Bog. Good turn. Not favored because of the timer on Moto? The Tron, you mean? Yeah. Oh my god, they just got Nat Tron? Oh, okay. I was only paying attention to the Weather the Storm, Dinrova Horror stuff. I didn't see the tower in the hand already. Yeah, the Flicker Dinrova Horror, that's what they do. Have a Muldrifter Dinrova Horror on board and just start flickering. Oh, and they have a Ghostly Flicker too. But they're going to be able to get that Dinrova Horror out soon. I have to get rid of that. I think we're going to lose this game. Opponent has Tron online, and they have 4 cards in hand to our 1. Oh, and now they have Bonder's Ornament too. I think we can scoop here. Oh, I was supposed to play the Seal of Cleansing. What a... Hit. Just giving them free mana, free cards. One, two, three. They have the mana for Unwind, so they can Unwind, counter our Bonder's Ornament. And then we cast Seal of Cleansing, they draw a card. Yeah. We are buried. I should be having Relic of Progenitus. That definitely belongs in the deck. All right, let's get a good game 3 going. This hand is okay. It's missing white mana. Doesn't do anything very quickly. Actually, this hand doesn't do anything. It has promise. It promises that it will do great things, but can I trust it? Don't know if I should trust it. Opponent has 7 to keep. Okay. That's a good draw. Get Bojuka Bog out of the way so that we can have mana on 3 and 4. Opponent will have a hard time countering Guardian of the Guildpact. Usually their counterspell is Prohibit. Oh, nice Whisper. Don't mind if I do. In a time where Coop keeps sketchy hands. Can he overcome the Tron menace? Or will he become one more casualty of war? Okay, so I don't think we really have time to castigate anymore. I want to get down this Guardian of the Guildpact, get down Pestilence, get to work. I know, right? Let's just wait until turn 4. I don't need to do anything on turn 1 or 2. Okay, here's a Mull Drifter from the opponent. And we get a Chainer's Edict. Okay, I'm going to be looking at attacking and playing Pestilence, and that's it. Okay, opponent has 8 cards in hand. They have options. Looks like opponent has made a decision. Oh, it's the Din Rav Horror. So they can return the Pestilence to hand. That's actually pretty good for them. And we have to discard a card? I guess we'll discard the secondary Pestilence. Okay. Was really hoping for a way to kill both of these creatures. Let's get rid of their Ghostly Flicker. Oh, they don't have a Ghostly Flicker. They have a Dispel. Okay. Get rid of the crop rotation then. They have all the power plants. think we'll just play Pestilence again. Once the opponent has the things, they'll have the mana to do the things. We know they have Dispel in hand, so we'll just have to play around that if we're looking to play instants. We do have the Castigate to take it out of their hand if we need to. Okay, attack for 2 with the Muldrifter. Oh, wait, that's right. This thing here can attack through the Guardian. Ouch, we're taking 6. Remember, Guardian of the Guildpact is not miniature Progenitus. It just plays the role. Like an understudy. What is this thing? Another Muldrifter, evoked this time? And they're going to be looking for Ghostly Flicker, so they can flicker the Muldrifter and the Horror, and bounce our Pestilence again. That was their play. That's what they were looking to do. Okay, Urza's Mine, that's an unknown. So we know all but one of their cards. We can Pestilence here, get rid of their board, and then just attack. Yeah, our hit points are definitely down. Use a healing potion. And that also means that we're not going to be as eager to pump mana into that Pestilence. If we had a higher life total than the opponent, we could just be hitting them for 6 a turn. Oh man, they draw the tower too? That's the hope. We want to use our manas. Gain some lives. Sometimes our manas gain us lives just for free. Okay, maybe if the opponent pauses long enough, I can take a long rest, and my lay on hands will be recharged. Pulse of Marasa gets back Muldrifter. Okay, and that draws a bunch more cards. I guess they wouldn't have had the colors for Dinrova Horror. Another Pestilence. Okay, so we have 5 mana. 5 mana is not enough for what I want to do. So I think we probably Chainer's Edict, attack for 2. Might actually want to read the bones. Edict and Castigate? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's Castigate. Exclude. Counters a creature spell. Dispel for instance, and Abrade for an artifact. Probably Exclude out of these. Abrade does hit our Bonder's Ornament. Opponent looking to draw out of this. They have so many manas. So many things they can do on their turn. Gnomic Wall, get back Pulse of Marasa, Dinrova Horror. We are in so much trouble. Seal of Cleansing does get rid of the Bonder's Ornament. We are way too far behind. I'm pretty sure we've lost this one. Opponent has way more mana than us and things to do. Bojuka Bog a little bit late to the party. Oh, nice. It actually hit. They're holding up a counter magic then. Unwind. Yep. Got to admit, I did not expect them to allow me to Bojuka Bog. I thought for sure they were going to want to get that Dinrova Horror back. Ooh, Bonder's Ornament of our own. Here comes the Abrade. Six, 7 mana. So we can't quite Guardian of the Guildpact and Palace Sentinels. From the Crypt. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the bits. Glad you're able to join us before the end of the league. We're actually in match 4 here. Game 3 of match 4. We have another match to go after this one. More magic. Gain lives. Okay, they let that one resolve. Let's see if we can get a Guardian of Guildpact down. Nice. Ooh, mystical teachings from the opponent. What are they going to get? This is going to be dangerous, whatever it is. Getting the best card out of their deck. It was Rolling Thunder. I think we just lose. Is Rolling Thunder an instant? Maybe they can't search that out. Thank you. You beat me to it there, handsome. Cast Mystical Teachings, reveals Mystical Teachings, and then recasts it. And gets Ancient Grudge, destroy target artifact. Okay. Okay, this is good, this is good. One of the things we have to worry about is if they have Weather the Storm. So we have to be careful not to go too far on the Pestilence. They can destroy both of our Pristine Talismans here and keep our life total low. And there goes the Mystical Teachings. Just need a touch of life. I can't help but shake the image of Goku giving Frieza that little bit of energy at the end of Planet Namek. They just go get another Mystical Teachings again? Mystical Teachings for days! That's what you do with all the mana. You just cast Mystical Teachings over and over again. Reveals Prohibit. That's fine. Oh no, Weather the Storm! Storm count of 6! Oh, it's gonna take forever to catch up from that. Oh, but they're tapped out, aren't they? No, not quite. They have Urza's Power Plant, Bonder's Ornament, so that's blue, and 3, so they can prohibit the Dust to Dust. Womp womp. Maybe we go Palace Sentinels first to try and draw out the prohibit, and then we can Dust to Dust. We don't have the mana to do that. We don't even have the mana to Dust at all. Yeah, handsome, you caught me. I do that a lot. Oh, look at these cool cards in hand. I wonder how many of them I can cast. None. So much grinding. We know they have the Prohibit, so throwing Palace Sentinels into the Prohibit didn't seem too great to me. So this card, Impulse, when it was first printed in Visions, had another line of text at the very bottom. It said, and then shuffle your library. So you put the cards in the bottom of your library in any order, and then you shuffle. Errata later on took the last line of text off the card. Maximum grindage. Well, at least our clocks are pretty close. So if opponent can't kill us, they might actually like mill themselves or clock out. Oh no, the horror, the horror. Okay. So we have to decide if we want a Pestilence. I think we do. I think we just go ahead and kill their board. It puts us to 2 or potentially 1, but I think it's worth it. Bye-bye, Pestilence. You did your job well. Another swamp. Still can't dust to dust. Oops. There it is. Oof. Pulse of Marasa for the wall. Then they can wall back the Pulse of Marasa, and then Pulse of Marasa the horror. Too much value. And I mean, we don't exactly have a huge life total, so the horror is just going to be able to clock us. We're not going to be able to grind out this one. Opponent had too many manas, too much value. The raid! Mr. Taddy, thanks for the raid, friend. How'd your stream go? What were you playing? Guess we'll Castigate. See if we can take a relevant counterspell out of their hand. Oh, they're going to Ghostly Flicker in response? I think I'm going to concede to that. Yeah, I think we keep this. I mean, it's not great. It's short on black mana. But it should be fine. We can gain a bunch of life from this Radiant Fountain. Ooh, basic swamp to start. I don't know that you do. I've never really tried to check up on other people's followers before. Where are the Broken Lands? And Street Wraith. Okay, so they're doing something unfair. They're doing, like, reanimate things. If we can get this Castigate to go off, we're going to be feeling pretty good. We can discard one of these Night's Whisper. We already have just a ton of cards in hand. Oops, I want to discard it. We have a ton of cards in hand, so it's going to be a long time before we're looking at actually casting a Night's Whisper. We already have another one in hand anyway. Okay, it's our turn again. Cool. So we have 3 mana. I'm really into casting this Castigate. So I guess if we're going to do that, we should just play Radiant Fountain. They have so many cards in hand, though. Songs of the Damned is going to get them a ton of mana, so I'm pretty sure I just get rid of Songs. But then again, like, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual is going to get them a ton of mana too. Let's exile the songs. It's the Storm deck. Yep. Exactly. Does a bunch of cycling things, makes a ton of mana, kills you. We have lost against that strategy before. So we have 4 mana. We can cast Bonder's Ornament. Unearth is what they need to get Stinger back. Okay. Well, we'll duress that. Thank you, Quellspeller. I think I just want to play Guardian of the Guildpact. I could Night's Whisper first and look for the land. Yeah, let's look for the land. We're going to risk it. Oh, unfortunate. We got a tapped land. Okay, well that's a pretty elegant way of doing it, I think, Spellspeller. Especially since Unearth itself cycles. It just slots into the deck so well. Oh, they're going for it. We don't have anything to do. We'll just hit 6 and sit back and watch them go. Another cycle. Cabal Ritual, so they're really going for it. Couple more cycles. Another cycle, they only have 2 mana left. Another cycle, 1 mana left. Oh, no, they got Songs of the Damned, so they're back up to 13 mana. They have all the mana now. But only 2 cards left in hand. They have Unearth for the Stinger. 1 card left in hand. Oh no, Reaping the Graves. Okay. I don't think they have enough mana to kill us. But that's really good for them. They just get to draw a ton of cards, continue cycling, doing us damage in the meantime. So maybe we should have exiled the Stinger instead of the Songs. They will dig towards a second Stinger. All they need is a second Song of the Damned. Another Songs of the Damned and we're dead. But we're 6th here, so we're not losing any time off our clock. So we can just sit here and wait and see. The really cool thing... Oh, there it is. Second Stinger. Yep. Really cool thing, though, is that... Oh, wow. It totally fled my mind. What was I thinking of? Okay, they got more mana. So yeah, I think we're just dead here. Very cool. Okay. I love that we see so much variety in Pauper. I say that after playing the same opponent twice in one league, but there's some really cool lists available. Let's bring in these Relic of Progenitus. Let's bring in the Castigates. Bring in the Wrenchmind. Not sure that Circle of Protection Red is the way to go. Their creature is going to just be doing one source over and over. So that's a lot of mana for us to produce. We're not like that. We can't be producing that much mana. Take out the Fumes. Could bring in the double Duress as well, but I feel like a lot of the deck is creatures and the Castigates are going to be good. Can out-heal them? Yeah. You bring in the Lone Missionaries if there's something we want to take out. I like having the cast downs, but I don't think the Chainer's Edicts are all that great. Because they're sorcery speed, I want to be able to cast down. Maybe like in a response to a mana spell or something. We wanted to play the Lone Missionary. What would we take out? We take out Crypt Rats. I think Crypt Rats is actually pretty good. It's another way to get on the table and kill their cycle creature. I like the Bojuka Bog. I think we'll keep this. A little bit slow, but the Bojuka Bog could be pretty useful. Oh, that's already one of the stingers in the graveyard there. Wonder if they have an Unearth ready to go. We don't have a removal spell yet for it, so they have the Unearth. Oh, nope. Okay. So we're going to be able to Castigate, and we can Bojuka Bog that stinger out of here. Okay, another stinger. So we could just get both the stingers out of here. That seems fine. Fine start. Okay, opponent passes. So we have access to 4 mana. We could Guardians, or we could... I think Bonder's Night Whisper is going to be the best use of our mana. I wonder if opponent plays Felden's Cane. Since they draw every card before they put it into the graveyard, they wouldn't have to risk milling it by mistake. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we could play untap land, play Bonder's Ornament, play Guardian. I have not been keeping track of what the opponent has here. All right, Monstrance Carabid down, Monstrous Carabid down, Healer down. Looks like they still have the Street Wraith, Songs of the Damned, and the Dark Ritual. Okay, they're going for mana. They have 7 cards in hand, so they should be able to do something pretty impressive here. We know they have Songs of the Damned. They're going to be able to make a ton of mana. And then I guess they, what? Do the, return the creatures from the graveyard thing, Reaping the Graves. Storm count of 6. They get a bunch of cards back to hand, but they're not actually doing anything right now. I mean, like, they're getting all these creatures back to hand. They have a ton of mana, but they're not doing anything to the board. However, with that much mana, they could absolutely start casting some of these creatures. Like, they could cast Street Wraith, they could cast the Rot Beast, they could cast the Horror. They should probably cast the Horror, honestly. Or maybe they're just going to make 1,000,000 life and drain life. Or 1,000,000 mana and drain life. Yep, I've seen this deck once before. It wasn't what I expected it to be when I first took a look at Campo's hand. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I love these kinds of strategies. Anything that's a little bit off the beaten path. Opponent's deck does have to deal with another Reaping the Graves. Opponent's deck does have to deal with the huge amount of graveyard hate that exists in the format. Unfortunately, we did not find our Relic of Progenitus. Maybe we should have mulliganed to it. The one Bojuka Bog obviously wasn't enough. You got 27 mana, dude. Just play a bunch of creatures. I don't understand why opponent doesn't want to just play 4 Street Wraiths. Seems great. I have swamps. They're unblockable. Needs the red. Not if he wants to cast Street Wraith. Yeah, that's fair blind. I understand that totally. I have absolutely been in a position where this is what I want to do. I'm going to do that. A better thing comes up and I just don't see it. Oh, okay, there's the stinger. But yeah, I mean, like, I would have been playing those Street Wraiths and then just pass the turn and be like, yeah, what's up? I'll play all my Street Wraiths. I'll play my Forgotten Horror. And I just have, you know, like 5 or 6 creatures on the board. And they're really big. And some of them are unblockable. Well, that's what I'm thinking. We have 17 life. They have 10 cards left in the library. We've already taken 2 of the stingers out of the deck. They're in exile. This one. I would have played this as a creature for sure. 5 mana costs the same as a Street Wraith. Every time you cycle, it gets +2/+1. Okay, they found the second stinger. 6 shots doesn't quite kill us. This is so tense. Yeah, you have super mana. Just the most mana. Another Reaping the Graves. Opponent wins if they actually play their creatures this time. They have 52 mana. So Reaping the Graves, pull your creatures back to hand, play them, and then they can untap and win the game on their turn. They still have 2 cards left on the library. You say the stingers trigger before the draw? That could very well be. I haven't paid that much attention to it. Okay, yeah, they just keep the cycling on the stack. Yeah, that's just like what we did with the Yawgmoth a while back, right? Anyways, really cool game. It was pretty exciting to be able to see the opponent's deck in action. Wish we could have given them a better match of it. So this is the deck that we played today. This is the deck that we played this week. Definitely enjoyed it. It's super grindy, and that's one of the things I enjoy about Magic. The leagues can take a long time, so if you're looking to grind out leagues quickly, you'd be more interested in Burn or Stompy or what my opponent was playing there. But if you like a long drawn-out game where you can really make your opponent suffer, this is a fantastic deck for that.